Yeah, we did everything out there today that, warrants losing the ball game. Just didn't protect the quarterback very well today. Got to figure that out. A lot of miscommunication going on out there, and holding penalties, taking touchdowns off of boards. Just sloppy play early. Really got to address what's going on with the defense interior. Got to figure that piece of it out. The Army was definitely the most physical team out there today. Got to give them the credit. Got to give them the credit. They were prepared and physical, and they did what they've been doing all year. And we did a bad job of responding. And we'll address that. These things I believe, are fixable. I believe in that team in that room. We are a much better football team that we put on display today, and we're just gonna buckle up and just go back to work and try to figure it out. What questions you got?
Steve, did you get an explanation on the holding call and then the other call that was ruled incomplete pass instead of fumble?
Yeah, I mean, they called the game the way they saw it, and some of those things were under review and confirmed the calls, and it wasn't the referee's calls of why we lost this ball game today, so I'm not gonna go into that.
Stan, you talked about how big it was for you guys to get off on the right start, and then it looked like you guys had the touchdown. You kind of referenced it, and the holding call takes back. Next thing you know, you guys are punting. Just how critical was that for you guys on the first drive?
Well, it's still early in the ball game, right? I mean, they got the next possession to score, but we had another possession right after that to try to get it right, and we did not take advantage of that opportunity.
You talked about the protection breaking down. How much of that had to do with the fact that you were basically forced to just throw the ball and they kind of knew what you were doing, you're one-dimensional?
I mean, yeah, they're going to pin their ears back, and we had to throw the football, and it's just we got to really figure out. I mean, we got bodies for bodies in those protections, and they're jumping from 3 down to 4 down. Again, these are all excuses. This is something that we've practiced, and it's not just the players I'm going to blame. I mean, our coaching is a product out there as well. You know what I mean? We got to get that figured out. It wasn't like they were bringing pressure that we hadn't seen or practiced, and we didn't execute it. So we got to figure out why we're not executing the things that we practice. So that's on coaches and players.
Among other things, did you not like the way it ended? Because you got it back to 28-14, and then.
Absolutely not. Obviously I felt that we had some momentum, and we had to do a lot of things right. We had to play really good football. We couldn't sputter and spat, and again, just really struggled to protect our quarterback, and not all on the protection on the line either. So the quarterback had opportunities to get rid of the football and didn't. And receivers, running routes too deep on certain situations, and just poor execution out there today. That's all I can give you.
Do you have any thought with a couple of the shots that Evan took, particularly on the very last drive? Like, maybe I should have pulled him out, not exposed him to that.
Yeah, no. I mean, that kid, again, is not playing a whole lot of ball and needs that experience, and he don't want to come out the ball game, and we got work to do, and those are opportunities where you get those experiences in game day that you don't get often. So this team is still under development, and as many game reps and situations that we can put them in is going to make us better.
Were there any issues with it being a short week preparing for this game tonight?
I mean, Army had a short week too, right? Yeah.
Defensively, what did you feel like was the problem with not being able to stop the run?
Well, those guys are, a veteran group over there that's been, no one stopped the run against them all year, and I don't want to let that be an excuse as well, but, we got to get off blocks. We got to make sure that we are tackling, properly, and there's some mistakes that were made. We were out of gaps at times, and, safeties didn't support the run from time to time, and, it just really, really got out of hand, but that's what they do. And they're really damn good at it, and, but we got to find a way to interiorly be a lot more stout than what we showed today. I know we're a better outfit than what we showed today.
You were talking to the refs for a while after that muff punt, and then they looked at it. What was that discussion like, and what kind of explanation did he get?
He called it how he saw it. He called it how he saw it. I mean, those guys are not out there trying to, I don't believe, out there trying to, be favorable in any way. They called it how they saw it. The communication was, he basically told me what he saw and called it how he saw it. So
James wasn't out there
Sorry?
James wasn't out there for most of the second half, not all of it, just what's his status?
James,
Della Pasco.
no, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. Yeah.
You schemed probably like 3 or 4 big throws. Is that something you thought you could right from the bat? And then I think Evan missed one. Maybe Dante was free deep. Is that something you saw?
Yeah, we really struggled to run the ball today. Obviously, 7 yards, right? And you know, some of those are coming by way of just losing yards with the quarterback having the ball in his hand. But no, we had to take shots. We had to take the pressure off. When you're not running the football, just try to take the pressure off the front by trying to threaten them deep. You know, and we disconnected on a lot of them. We hit, 1 or 2, but you know, that was the reasoning for the calls.
Was Diego hurt, or did you just put in Kevin there to give him some snaps?
Diego was struggling during the course of the game of executing. You know, the holding call, take a touchdown off the board. You know.
Okay.